95% of healthy food brands in India have been lying to you. They've built their empires on hidden sugars, fake claims, and flashy packaging. That's why a small startup could disrupt this multi-billion-dollar market by simply telling the truth. No discounts, no celebrity endorsements, just radical honesty and content marketing so good it exposed the entire industry. The Whole Truth is the perfect case study on storytelling and branding that speaks to the evolving Indian consumer. What started as an Instagram page is now competing head-on with the big bullies in the protein industry. And the Whole Truth isn't alone. India is witnessing a new wave of content-led brands that build trust first and sell later. In this video, we'll see how new-age brands like The Whole Truth are disrupting crowded markets with their clean and transparent messaging. We'll analyze what kind of content and branding speaks to the modern Indian consumer. And through examples, I'll show you how you can apply this to almost any industry. The Whole Truth is a clean label food brand founded in 2019, and it has successfully carved a niche in the market through its powerful storytelling. The founder Shashank used to run a fitness blog when he realized the false claims and lies in the healthy foods market. That's when he set out to build an anti-food brand, which was the complete opposite of the mainstream brands in India at that time. No flashy packaging, no celebrity endorsements, and no hiding the ingredients behind tiny fonts on the back. They declare all of their ingredients upfront, that too in the most aesthetic manner. In a category full of half-truths like high protein, zero sugar, this honesty was refreshingly disruptive. This created an insane word of mouth online when people shared screenshots and photos of the product labels. Their pastel-colored packs stand out very well in thumbnails and e-commerce listings, not just the retail aisles. But packaging isn't the sole reason behind their success. The brand built its initial following by debunking myths around nutrition and empowering the audience to make well-informed choices about what they consume. Today you will see a lot of influencers building their careers simply by exposing false marketing. But back in 2019, The Whole Truth was one of the pioneers in this industry, and they really understood the power of design and storytelling. They changed their brand name from And Nothing Else to The Whole Truth, which positions them as a truth brand rather than a typical food brand. The founder himself is the face of the brand, which takes their authenticity to a whole new level. For example, check out their YouTube. You'll see the founder in almost every video. He's also the main character in all their ads. And he has openly shared his past struggles with fitness and nutrition, which makes an instant connect with the audience. You'll be surprised to know that all of their content till date is made in-house. That includes all the infographics, reels, ads, and even their long-form videos. This is a great formula to preserve brand voice and identity, because your typical marketing agency won't obsess over quality like you would. Another interesting fact is that most of their content doesn't sell you anything. It's purely educational in nature, which wins your trust and positions the brand as an authority on the subject. And since you're already into health and fitness, sooner or later you'll become a customer. And the content is so shareable that they have the biggest organic reach among all consumer brands in India. In every brand communication, their tone is witty, conversational, and consumer first. The Whole Truth is just one of the examples of the educate first and sell later policy. FoodPharmer is another great example from the same industry. You've probably seen this guy on YouTube or Instagram exposing lies in the food industry. He never shied away from exposing big FMCG giants even after receiving multiple legal threats. And when it was time to finally launch his own product, he took transparency to a whole new level. He involved the audience in all of the major product and pricing decisions, and now he even publishes monthly business reports. He even did a factory tour recently with the transparency and detail that no other supplement brand could even think of. When you build a brand like this, it doesn't need celebrities or a $1 million ad campaign. Your content does the heavy lifting and the product sells itself. Here's another great example in a different industry. Minimalist is an Indian D2C skincare brand that shook the entire market through its clean communication and a no-fluff policy. Founded in 2020, the brand became so big that it recently got acquired by HUL for Rs 3,000 crores, making it the largest all-cash D2C deal in India. And keep in mind that skincare is a highly competitive market dominated by giants like HUL and Unilever for decades. So what worked for Minimalist? The founders realized how most skincare products in the market were promoted as safe and natural, but their ingredients told a different story. That's when they launched Minimalist with a single Instagram post and zero marketing spend, promising clean beauty products free from any industrial toxins. And just like the whole truth, they put all their ingredients upfront. In fact, their products ended up looking like boring chemistry labels. But it was a big pattern break from the usual flashy packaging, which is why it appeals instantly to the educated audience who had always been a bit skeptical. Over time, they've educated the audience about the usage and benefits of each ingredient that goes inside their bottles. Some chemicals are proven to be better than their natural alternatives. So instead of chasing the chemical-free trend in the market, Minimalist actively busted myths around these chemicals to increase their adoption. The next example is something that defies all traditional marketing practices. Here, the founder built a personal brand that has absolutely nothing to do with the main product. And yet the product sells like hotcakes just because the people know the founder and his journey. Shantanu Deshpande is the founder of Bombay Shaving Company, and his content is a big part of why the brand feels modern and relatable. He didn't hide behind a logo. In fact, he openly spoke about building a new age Indian brand on podcasts, YouTube shows, and even his own social media. He talks about startup mistakes, hiring, branding, basically the real journey of an entrepreneur. That made the brand feel authentic, because when you see the founder explaining startup lessons from his journey, you trust him, and by extension, you trust the product. The lesson here is that if you can tell a story, you can sell a product. Now the question arises, how can you as a marketer find such gaps in the market? Here are 4 different angles through which you can spot opportunities and dominate the market. First is transparency gap. Here's the question you should ask yourself. Is the industry full of half-truths, jargon, or hidden ingredients? If customers don't fully trust the packaging, labeling, or the claims, an honest and transparent brand will instantly win the customer. We already discussed the whole truth and Minimalist. Epigamia yogurt is another great example in this niche. When the market was saturated with high sugar yogurts from Nestle, Amul, Britannia, Epigamia came in with the Greek yogurt positioning with no added sugar. The packaging was very aesthetic and boldly highlighted the protein content per cup. Next is commoditized and boring categories. Is the product treated like a low-interest commodity with zero emotional connect? You can take a dull category and inject storytelling, modern design, or lifestyle positioning to stand out. For example, look at what Wakefit did for mattresses. Buying a mattress was boring, offline, and often confusing because you had so many options to choose from. Wakefit turned it into a D2C lifestyle product, online ordering with a 100-day trial, which was unheard of in India. They even ran educational campaigns about sleep cycles, posture, and health. And young Indians now associate the brand with better sleep, health, and productivity. Next is stigma or taboo markets. Is there consumer demand, but the topic is awkward, underserved, or marketed with shame? The opportunity here is to position your product with openness and dignity, making it mainstream. Traya is an excellent example here that addresses hair loss in men, which has always been a shame-driven topic in India. The market was dominated by magical Ayurvedic oils with vague claims, or expensive hair clinics with pushy sales tactics. On the other hand, Traya has tried to destigmatize the topic, explaining how hair fall is pure science and not something to be embarrassed about. They offer holistic solutions through a combination of Ayurveda, dermatology, and nutrition. No magical products or false claims. Cultural nostalgia with modern twist. Are there traditional products people love but don't trust in the packaged form? The opportunity here is to enter the market with unique packaging and powerful storytelling, which is how paperboard disrupted the packaged drinks market in India. Traditional Indian drinks like Aam Panna or Jaljeera were always enjoyed homemade or limited to local street vendors. It's something we associated with grandma's kitchen and not a premium Tetra Pak. But Paperboat launched these sleek pouches with minimalist design and nostalgic doodles containing kites, gully cricket, and school days. The packaging looked premium and aspirational, yet very Indian at soul. And that's how they became the first Indian brand to globalize local flavors. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more such marketing videos. And let me know in the comments which topics I should cover next.